Hello, welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. Okay, well, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do something different. I'm not monetized, but I've gotten some slaps on the hand for copyright, so I'm just not gonna play any music, but we're gonna talk about it. And that is, well, Overclocked Remix, Balance and Ruin music. And I kind of know where to get stuff. You can pay probably on iTunes or Amazon, and I have an Amazon mention here as well. Where I got some information that I didn't know about. And I've mentioned this before in a previous video, and it got a lot of hits, and it just like threw me backwards. I'm like, wow, I didn't expect this many views, you know. But I've been really wanting to go a little more into this. I'm going to spoil, so spoiler alert, some stuff in the music here. I'm not going to go over the entire album and every single track. From what I understand, and this is big thanks to someone named Simply Greg, March 8th of 2017, so 5 years ago, someone put a review out there on Amazon. I don't have it down here verbatim, but it was, Overclocked Remix made this music from Final Fantasy VI, inspired by Final Fantasy VI. The key word here is inspired, okay? And apparently you could download it from their original website. I guess you could pay for it. I have no idea. I don't know what website he's talking about. Maybe theirs. Maybe they had one 5 years ago. Maybe they still still have it up. I don't know. I haven't. That's something I haven't checked. Physical copies were only given to those that donated $50 to the production of this fan-made music. Okay, and it was originally mostly download. The only few physical copies were only given to people that helped donate $50 or more, apparently. And I'm like, wow, because it popped up when I was looking for lyrics and stuff, and I saw like $150, $176 for the CD, and I'm like, which is actually a set of 4 CDs, which is still nice. It's a lot of music. I still have, I think I've heard just about all of it. Just about all of it. In the best way I can describe it, if you like Trans-Siberian's Christmas music, a lot of it has that kind of sound. And so that's why I'll really gravitate to Balance and Ruin and all the different artists that have contributed to making this music is just, wow. It really is good, and you can hear the themes from the game. They're there, but it's their own stuff, because we're going to get into that here in a second. Now, I don't want to take too long on this, and I just can't stop listening to it. I really cannot stop, and there's about 8 tracks. There's a few that I have downloaded that I don't have all the entire thing, because if you already know, I deal with trying to make cards for the Transformers, the TCG. It's a lot of images, a lot of screenshots, a lot of going back and forth with images from my laptop to my phone to Dropbox, etc., etc. If you care for that, that's here. Though I'm just by myself. I have collaborated with people on that, but anyway, that's not what this video is about. So this has been out a while, and it was published in 2014. It looks like December 20th, I grew up with month, day, and year, and seeing the year or month or whatever in some other fashion just throws me for a loop each time. So let's look at okay. In order to go over the Overclocked Remix intricacies, we've got to look back at the original music, and I'm specifically talking about the opera. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to read all of this. The opera Maria and Draco from Final Fantasy VI. Um, but the war between, and I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to sing. The war between the East and West grows more violent by the day. Draco, a soldier from the West, thinks of his love, Maria, back at home. Oh, Maria. Oh, Maria, oh, Maria. Though I call you from afar, will this message reach your heart? Oh, how I long to be with you. And then the impresario, the Western armies are defeated, and Maria's castle falls into the hands of the East. So it's like the narrator, letting you know what's going on so you can keep up with everything. Forced to wed the Eastern prince, Ross. Maria still thinks only of Draco as she gazes at the stars each night. I wonder what that is. Why that is. Maria then starts singing her part, and in the game, you gotta find. That's when at this point you get to click and choose as Maria in the opera. Well, not as Maria, as it's not even Terra. Terra's gone. She left at that point. She flew away. I forgot the name of the character. But anyway, you're playing with the girl Celeste. I'm playing through Final Fantasy VI again right now. Well, not right now, but so my hero, my beloved, shall we still be made to part, though promises of perennial love yet sing here in my heart. I am the darkness, you're the starlight, shining brightly from afar. Through hours of despair, I offer this prayer to you, my evening star. And then she continues, must my final vows exchanged be with him and not with you? Of course, she's, going over between Ross, who she's being forced to wed, and Draco, who she wants to be with. Oh, speak, guide me anew. Mustering the last of their strength, this is the impresario again, or the narrator. A handful of survivors from the Western armies gathered and lay siege to Castle Gural. At the van leading the ill-fated charge is a lone hero, and though battered and scarred, he fights with the spirit of 1,000, felling one Eastern soldier after another. Yes, Draco has returned. And then the love triangle starts to sing Maria. Draco is singing Maria. Maria's like, Draco, I knew you would return to me, my love. Ross interjects, insolent rogue, knave of the Western horde, you would address my queen to be Maria. And then Draco, never shall you have Maria's hand, I would die before that day comes. Then we do. For my dear Maria, this life I'm ready to give. And then Ross, one man shall deny me her hand. No one shall deny me her hand. 'Tis our great love that I live. And then Draco is like, prepare to die. Ross, say goodbye. Tell me now what Maria is to you. You cannot love her more than I do. And so there is a bit of a love triangle going here. And we knew that from the start. I don't know if I want to read all of this because it's just considering this was on the Super Nintendo or the SNES back in the day. This is really good. This is really good. And this wasn't even, it was originally in Japanese. I yelled, this day is yours. Draco, curse you, should let Maria go. Peace and for you have my word. With me she'll know nothing of grief. Maria, Maria, I love you so. And then Draco and Ross are singing, Maria, Maria, return to me. Maria chimes in her last singing, I am thankful, my beloved, for your tenderness and grace. I see in your eyes so gentle and wise, all doubts and fears erased. Though the hours take no notice of what fate might have in store, and then they all sing together as if they would be like holding hands at the end of a stage play, because that's what this is. Our love, come what may, will never age a day. I'll wait forevermore. Just a really cool, interesting little part of Final Fantasy VI. In a way, Final Fantasy IX kind of revisits this with I forgot the character's name with the tail. I do like Final Fantasy IX. I liked 7 was okay. I got through it, with all its cursing and CGI polygon stuff that everybody was just all into, and I was like playing Grandi in Japanese. I'm like, you like that? Okay, whatever. So, while everybody was playing Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1, here I am playing Grandia in Japanese on my Saturn. But for something of this intricacy, though simple as a love triangle as it is in an operatic setting, in the middle of a video game is just wow. These, I don't know if Squaresoft Enix, whatever, could do something like this again. Now, Final Fantasy 13, I've played through 13 and 13-2. I just can't get through Lightning Returns. That might be up next. I don't know. But, and hey, this is Gamers Need Christ, right? So, hey, I'm talking about games for a change. This is just an interesting nugget hidden in FF6, not really hidden, that left it really made an imprint on the players. If you've ever played Final Fantasy 3 or 6, whatever you want to call it, just really neat. So that's the original. Let's get back. They have KILL in here, but it's just K asterisk asterisk. They didn't spell out the whole thing. It's just a song, and I probably can't even read all this on YouTube. Well, they got it up there. Blood is on your hands, our own killed in the fight. You'll die tonight. Scene 2, flashback to 2 days ago. So to really follow this, the music for Balance and Ruin that they did, what am I looking at? I am looking at the impresario, the opera sequence lyrics. Okay, and when I started listening to a lot of this, I'm thinking, oh, this is so cool. It's, the guitar, the mix, and how everything sounded. Their music is really good. It's just this, and then they did another one. I haven't heard it as much as this soundtrack for this arrangements, but I started listening to the words like after about now. I've listened to I've heard these. I don't know how many times. I just cannot stop listening to it. It's really strange. I guess when I get stuck on something, I get stuck on something. But I started about maybe the second or third time I heard the song and really started listening to the words. I'm thinking, this is not Final Fantasy VI. So, before we get into these lyrics, there are some, and I've mentioned this before, there are some, I think these musicians, well, when you're a musician, you play a lot of music. If you're really good, people are going to want you, and they're going to want you to be an accompaniment for, if you're singing or you're playing a solo on another instrument, you need a piano player, you need an accompanist. And if they get sick, they get old, they graduate or whatever, they're not at college anymore. You're going to have to get another pianist. And you have to pay them also. I don't miss those days. I do, but I don't. Anyway, so I just said something about myself. Oh well. Okay, the Nightmare Oath. Again, I'm not playing any music here. And I wish I wrote down which tracks these were. But the Nightmare Oath is one of the four-ish that are remixes of the opera, or I kind of consider an operetta, from the game. But there's something different. It's not the same. And in the Nightmare Oath, at the 16-second mark is our first clue. Dum, ba, dum. Which is where music teachers of all many years, since the 60s, when we try to teach our students about the augmented fourth or diminished fifth, we use Maria from West Side Story. Okay? This is Maria, the beginning of Maria from West Side Story. And it's stuck at the 16-second mark in the Nightmare Oath. Okay. Now, let's there's some more fun to be had, and I want to hit all these points here. I don't want to go too long. I don't want to go longer than 25 minutes, okay? I mean, I know I'm at the past the creeping on the 17-minute mark. So then let's move to Dancing Mad. Again, not a part of the opera. Or AKA, they renamed it Demon, Fiend, and Goddess. Dancing Mad. Which I believe is the music when you finally go up against Kefka. If I remember correctly. Again, I'm not to that point. I've never completed FF6. AKA 3. I haven't. Right now in the game, I'm getting closer to the end, I think. I know I'm nowhere near the ending. Terra left, which was where the opera happens, because Celeste has to go in as Maria. They're trying to blah blah blah, all that stuff going on. Well, in the game that I'm at now, the Espers have destroyed Vector. It starts with a V. I forgot the name of the town. That's the center of the Empire. The Empire, the king is like, okay, I'm waving the white flag. We have something that you can put Terra in, and she's our only hope. There's tons of Star Wars references in the Americanized version of Final Fantasy 3.6. Check it out. If you're half my age and you like JRPGs or RPGs in general, you need to check this game out. It's older, it shows its age, but it's one of the best Final Fantasy games ever made. I like it better than 7. So in Dancing Mad they threw it in for fun. Let's just mention this. At the 5-minute and 9-second mark, for no reason at all, is Fanfare for the Common Man. It fits. It works. It sounds good. It's their own rendition of it, but it's Fanfare for the Common Man. But before you get to there, and I didn't write down how long that, because that's about a 7 to 8 minute piece. Okay, there's no singing in Demon, Fiend, and Goddess. At the 4-minute and 4-second mark, you hear the part of, oh gosh, I'm not a big fan of that play. I love the music, but I never knew the words. It's terrible in America. Look at me. I am an American. And then it just keeps going with Dancing Mad. Again, we hear a harking of West Side Story. Just a snippet from America in Dancing Mad, of all things, along with Fanfare the Common Man about a minute after. And you're just like, cool. This is it doesn't make sense, but it's just done very well. It's inserted into this arranged game music very well. Okay, so that's our second clue. And then here's the really biggest clue ever: the words, the lyrics. Because they're singing about Draco, they're singing about Maria. But this is not the operetta from FF6. Look into the sins of your past, love as if today were your last. The better times have slipped away, I'm lost beneath the waves, nothing left to save. And then there's an exposition. Savage crime, it was not yet her time, for whom the tower peals one final morning chime. Now, obviously something bad has happened. This is not the same lyrics. For the survivors, I didn't finish that. And so if you don't know what's going on, you need the lyrics to be able to really comprehend this isn't the original stuff. They probably did this because of Squeenix's requests, I'm sure. Again, inspired by FF6. So this is not identical. I'm sure they couldn't do a whole lot identical because Squeenix is very tight-lipped with their copyrights and licenses and stuff. Speak to me before my fate is reckoned. Comfort me, they'll arrive at any second. 6 o'clock, and I got no doubt the gang is out for blood is on your hands. Our own killed in the fight, you'll die tonight. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, gang? What gang? And maybe I did these out of order. Maybe I should have done the other one first. Oh, there he is, Maria. Why is he on our block? Block? Okay, these are the gangs from the West Side Story. We have left the world of Final Fantasy, and we have entered into the East and the West of the Sharks and the whatever of West Side Story. Because guess who is also in West Side Story? Maria. Morte Mia, track him down, make him bleed. We'll take him. I'll be waiting patiently. We'll beat him down, take him to the ground. Come on out and dance with me. The devil. I don't remember that part. The night is young, and so are we. I do remember that. And then there's gosh, the guitar work is so good, guys. If you have not heard this yet, listen to it now. Oh, Maria, cara mia, I know the deck's stacked against us, even though it feels so right. Forbidden is our love, our families divided from above. Your brothers will see through the lie. Tomorrow, they won't ask why. And it's not the game, but this really is West Side Story to a very big extent. So, why not? And it's just done so well. Originally, I didn't quite like the voices, but because I'm so addicted to this music, I've gotten used to them. They're fun. They sound great. I'll try to even sing along, etc., etc. Maria, far away now, will I ever see your smile as night turns to day? I beg you to stay. I'm down on my knees here. I'm the darkness, you're the starlight. In the game, the girl is Maria is singing this to Draco. And here, it's, I believe, Draco singing it to Maria. So Maria is taking more of a back seat, or West Side Story Maria is taking more of a back seat from this version here. And when I'm burning up in here, my heart will die every day. When you hide away, I don't want to fear their rivalry. That's done very well. I'm reading this just verbatim, and it just sounds funny, but it's there's a conversation going on, and it's done very, very well. So even though they may discover us, I'm never giving you up. Yeah, 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 yeah. It just keeps going. This is like the biggest part um, of the music here, with concerning the opera of the love triangle, but they're making it, like I said, West Side Story. It's and it's just so cool. I'm not going to read all this verbatim, but you really have to see the lyrics to understand where, because they're singing about 2 days ago, then they're talking about the present day, and then they go back in the past again, and then they have scene 5 this afternoon. So since I'm dealing with a download that I've downloaded of this, you don't get the lyrics. Now I mean, you can find them just like I did here. Okay. And then let's. Okay, we talked about the Nightmare Oath, the impresario, the opera sequence. Let's just look at Gobble Snarf Snap, aka the Phantom Train. And there's not really much here. They don't even show the lyrics on here when I click on it, and there's supposed to be lyrics. But in Gobble Snarf Snap, which is the music from when you're on the Phantom Train in the game, at the 41 second mark, you hear, "Pardon me, boy, is this the Transylvanian station?" Transylvanian? And then you hear a little boy go, "Yeah, yeah, track 49," which is obvious. It's giving a tribute to, oh gosh, my mind just went, just disappeared. Big band. Golly, I've played that song so many times on bass. It's not funny. Chattanooga Choo Choo, from years ago. That's a harking to that. And about at a minute 39 mark, a minute 39, you hear Tom Hanks from Polar Express, or a very good impersonation, just doing All Aboard, because it's supposed to be a train. It's supposed to be full of ghosts and skeletons and dead people as you're going through and fighting back and forth and doing your stuff in the game. And then let's just skip to, I am going to butcher this because I'm not great with Spanish. La Montaña de los Cabellos Jovenes, or Mount Colts, which is needed for Mount Colts. And it's this beautiful Latin Spanish guitar music. It's about 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes and 16 seconds, according to what I have. And so it's not that long of a piece. It's beautiful. And then at about more than a third of the way through, at the minute 50-second mark, uno, dos, tres, four, you just have to laugh. One, it's not exactly in time. It kind of is. It's like they're already halfway through the piece, and they're now just counting off. And it's just funny hearing go from Spanish to English. But yeah, I think that's really all I've got, and there might be more tidbits. So we basically looked at the Nightmare Oath, which is one of our clues to let us know this is West Side Story. And Dancing Mad to let us know, at the 404 mark, America from West Side Story, as well as Fanfare for the Common Man. Why? Because they can. Gobble Snarf Snap, with some cool older train references, Chattanooga Choo Choo and Polar Express. And then just the operatic whole bit is just done so well. I just can't talk about this anymore. And the Nightmare Oath is a big part of it too. It's not as long. There's not a whole lot of singing going on. It's just a oh Maria. What I can't do it. It's in my head, but I can't sing it. It's just a bunch of that with the cool music, the rock music in the background. On far off shores, my words call to you. This distant war, my sword sings the truth. Bow to me, the east will overrun this wretched land. Defeat has just begun. And I really like the part where Ross is singing Draco is banished, because it's not sung, but it's stuck in there and it's done so well. All I just had to do was just sing the next line. Spoils of war you will no longer free. Draco is banished. Maria belongs to me. It's just, you just stuck with it. It's in my head. I can't get enough of it. Here I am singing it on YouTube like a loon. So put it in. Listen to it yourself. Just some great rendition, some great music. I think I've heard all four. I think I've heard the entire soundtrack while I've worked a few days. I can't get enough of this stuff. I just can't. I didn't mean to go 31 minutes on Balance and Ruin, but I swear, if you like arrangements, if you like video game arrangements, they put a lot of work into this. They did a lot of liberties, and they just had fun with it, and they do a great job with it. Just a big thank you to whoever did this, to the guys that did this. Overclocked Remix. I guess that's the name of the whole band. When these pop up on my phone, all these different names, it says. It seems like there's a lot of different people that went into the production of this. And when did this come out? 2013. So this was almost 9 years ago, going on 10 years ago. And I'm just now finding about it and just now talking about it, because I can't listen to this and hear it enough. When you hear good music, that's just all you want to hear. Especially if you like that rock sound, synthesizers, guitar work, electric guitar, you're going to like this. You're going to like this. I'll be quiet. I'll shut up. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching if you made it this long. More fun to come. More fun to be had. Hey, I had the V. I'm perfectly fine. I had a lot of coughing fits and a fever for 2.5 days, and golly, that was 2 weeks ago now. So, thanks for your prayers. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for the views. Enjoy all of it. Not monetized, just having fun. Just doing what the original, this app of TheTube is what it was originally used for years ago, and I'm just late to the game. We'll catch you next time. Thanks again. Peace be to God. We'll see you.